All right, welcome everybody back to the channel for Doc Collectibles. I Love Yelena, aka Doc, and we are joined by I'll Settle for Kate Bishop, aka Cousin Joe over here. So welcome back to the channel, Joe.
Thank you.
Also joined by Little Grogu. So first thing I wanted to discuss was some recent purchases. So we've been going around a bunch of shops, either together or individually, and just wanted to see what you picked up recently, past couple weeks, and I'll do the same.
Okay.
So you want to go ahead and
start with me?
Yeah, go ahead.
So starting off, in Target a few weeks ago, and as you can tell by my shirt, I'm a Joker fan, so I have a lot of Joker collectibles, and saw this was a relatively decent price, and I don't have a ton of Cesar Romero stuff. It's the Surf's Up Joker from the 66 Batman series. I believe the price was around $17, $18, so not too bad. I think we got the little ouch and sock, like the old graphics from the show. While we're on the subject of Joker, I grabbed this from GameStop not too long ago. It's Jack Nicholson. It's one of those oversized Funko Pops.
GameStop exclusive, I see.
Well, I was a little hesitant to get it because it's so huge and it takes up a lot of real estate, but I liked it a lot, and it's an exclusive, and so I had gift cards, so I didn't really pay cash for it.
Okay.
But I thought it was pretty neat, and it's probably going to be something that's going to sell out relatively quickly, I would think. And then not too long ago, my local comic book shop, Chuck's, that I go to all the time, they had this Randy Savage Bruisers WCW figure, which I already have a similar one to this, but I got this one to actually take it out of the box because I want to do a Bonesaw McGraw versus Spider-Man scene there, and I needed a Randy Savage that would look similar. It's kind of hard to find just the right one. I know he didn't wear glasses in the movie, but really any of the other figures you'd have to customize them yourself.
I wonder if you could maybe kind of remove the glasses without doing too much damage, kind of make it a little more custom.
If they come off, and if you take them off, if there would even be like the eyes would even be there, I don't know if they're designed.
Yeah, so what I'm suggesting is maybe you could kind of remove the paint, and then if it's not too crazy to maybe like sand down the head sculpt and then kind of paint your own eyes on there. I don't know how much trouble that would be.
Yeah, I'd have to take a look at if it's going to destroy the figure to do that or not, and then I have to try to find another one. So
by the way, if you guys were upset not to see Bonesaw McGraw in the latest Spider-Man film, comment in the chat. Bonesaw's ready.
Okay, so another recent purchase. I actually had this pre-ordered, but I got tired of waiting around, and they had it. If you watch the All Time Toys episode, you'll know that I picked up this Thor hot toy from Endgame. Been wanting to get that one. I actually pre-ordered this one first, and I actually received Cap and Iron Man before I got this. So that's kind of a look at what the accessories look like. I'm not going to pull the whole thing out of the box, but
yeah, I have that guy too.
Features, like it has like light up features and things like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think his like chest or his stomach and abdomen, everything light up with the electricity, and then of course the Mjolnir lights up and everything. I think his eyes light up.
Yeah, there was eyes that light on there as well.
Yeah,
but it's definitely something I've been wanting. I saw it there, and they had it for a decent price. So, like I said, if you've seen that episode, and like you mentioned, it's the first place we saw that actually had Hot Toys in stock in the store, ready to buy, and they were actually right around retail price. So, if you're looking for Hot Toys or 6 scale, they had some Sideshow ones there as well, and check them out. They might have something you want, and you don't have to worry about getting it shipped and all that other nonsense with the way things are with things getting mailed and things like that today.
Don't get me started on that. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
Okay.
Got anything else you want to share?
One more thing that I also had pre-ordered for a long time. I picked this up from GameStop, which they were supposed to call me when it came in stock, and they didn't. But we got the
way to go, GameStop.
The Endgame Nano Gauntlet. So
have you let that breathe yet?
No, it hasn't yet. No, I have not taken it out of the box.
I'm curious to see if, I think the fingers, like they're kind of like rubbery, I think, because they're like more articulated than the.
It says that you can actually put it in a snapping motion.
Yeah.
And all the stones are actually detachable. So I'm interested to check that out. Just haven't gotten around to it. Busy with work and things.
I'm gonna have to take that to the office because otherwise the cat will have out all the Infinity Stones running around with them. just like Loki, right?
So what kind of things have you picked up recently?
So I have this Grogu here. I got him at Christmas time, so it's been a while, but he was pretty
only a few weeks ago, kind of about a month ago.
He was pretty high on my list. I've been seeing him a lot of places, a lot of people talking about him. This is actually the Sideshow Grogu. So he does not articulate. He is a statue. But I just thought he looked outstanding. It's kind of hard to see the detail in his eyes there, but so like the one that Hot Toys makes, you can, obviously you can set him down, move his arms and legs. His mouth moves. It's got like a joint in there, but I don't know. I just really like this guy. He was pretty cool. And
you kind of have to see that one in person to really appreciate the detail on it.
I think picked up this issue of Amazing Spider-Man. So that's number 49. You can see, unfortunately, what I paid for it down here in the corner. It's in pretty decent shape. The colors are really nice for such an old book. So, another one to mark off on the list of, I don't know what we're at now, 880, 890. We're getting close, I think, to 900. Stopped into this little shop, did a little filming, looked around. They had some Lucy's. I'm making a diorama for my Hot Toys, and I'm trying to do the Avengers scene from the first Avengers film where they kind of finally get together and they're about to fight the Chitauri. So anyhow, found out that the Marvel Select Chitauri and Hawkeye come with a part of the bridge. So like the back part of the bridge, which I guess you can also see maybe in Hawkeye, right? The Disney Plus series, because it's attached to Grand Central Station. So anyhow, I really did not want to have to do this detail in clay or whatever else I was going to use. So I was pretty excited to pick that up.
It's time for your main event.
I am looking all over the place for Hot Toys, for 6-scale figures, from So-So Toys, from I guess Daft Toys, I think is a company. There's so many companies now. 3-0. So I've been trying to purchase from different companies, right? Some of these these figures you can't get from these major establishments in the US. For instance, our the big bad Sideshow, they only sell licensed stuff. So, some of these other figures, they're not that bad, and you just can't get them in a lot of stores. So I wanted to discuss, maybe some of the things that you've pre-ordered, where you got them from, if the places are trustworthy, how their shipping was, their pricing, just to give everybody a little idea, if they're looking to go buy figures in different places, maybe save a couple bucks, where to look.
And plus, like you were saying, a lot of times they have characters that you can't really get from, Hot Toys or Sideshow or, any of the major companies. Or they might just have one that's almost as good, but way cheaper. So I noticed you also mentioned it's a common theme with a lot of the villains. They seem to don't really produce too many of them.
Yeah, Hot Toys is not a fan of villains for some reason. Off the top of my head, I can think of, let's see, they made Loki, they made Hela, they made Whiplash.
Thanos twice.
Thanos, obviously, made the Chitauri.
Did they make an Ironmonger?
They did. They did make Ironmonger.
Starts to get difficult. I know there's some that are coming out, but they're not out yet. Like your Taskmasters and
Green Goblin just announced, right? All right, so let's take a look at a couple of these places here. 1/6 Outfitters. So I just purchased this, or I purchased this Shadow Void a while ago. Not certain why they don't have the picture. Let's hope they don't come back and yell at me later. But this guy, or this figure has shipped. It's one of the villains. Shadow Void, by the way, is Proxima Midnight. If you guys want to see a review of the figure before I get my hands on one, I know for a fact Jetta Patrol has a video up of this figure if you want to check that out. So anyhow, I have that on the way. It's been about I don't know. I think it just released a couple weeks ago, so it's timing not so bad thus far. I'll let you know once it gets here, some updates.
Yeah, a lot of these manufacturers are also like in China, so it takes a while. So if you do order one, don't panic if you don't get it in like a week or two. Sometimes it might take 3-4 weeks. I wouldn't start panicking unless it starts taking like several months. Then you might have an issue.
And these pictures are blurry. That's a good one. So yeah, this is my one and only figure I've gotten from 1/6 Outfitters. Now, I think they are based in, I believe, China, but they do have a store in New York, I think, which is where my figure, I believe, is coming from. So at least, they're somewhat in the States, if that's a thing you're worried about. So that's 1/6 Outfitters. Like I said, I'll give you an update on them. Let's see. The next one we have here is Big Bad Toy Store. And Joe, you want to take this one?
Yeah. So last year, it was either 21 or maybe even 2020. I pre-ordered this Gambit here because if anyone knows me, I'm a huge X-Men fan, and Gambit is like my favorite. And I haven't seen a 1/6 Gambit, so as soon as they put this on pre-order, I put my pre-order up on it immediately. It just came in stock recently. Mine literally just shipped like yesterday or the day before, so hopefully we'll be getting that soon. There's a few things I am a fan and a few things I'm not a fan of, but I mean, like I said, it's a pretty nice figure overall. I would prefer the jacket maybe look a little better, and then the one head sculpt's a little wonky. I think the long hair one looks better in my opinion. And then there is another Gambit 6 scale that also just recently released from was it Susu Toys, I believe it was. I actually think that one might look a little bit better than this one, but this one still seems to be pretty good. I won't really know for sure until I receive it and have it in hand and know what it looks like up close. But I'm still pretty excited about the purchase. Do you have any opinion on it?
I actually kind of like the straight hair, I guess, or the hair that's down the side of his face.
Yeah,
Figure
that's
looks
what I,
looks
the one where
fine.
the hair is actually draped over.
Oh, okay. I
It,
thought you meant you like this,
all
like kind of like the
yeah, that
stripe.
one looks a little weird. I don't know if it's his ears or something about it just looks a little off. Whereas the other one, he actually looks like pretty cool, you know.
I think I don't know. Maybe there's something with the color that looks a little off to me. I like the
I
when they
think
have the darker background. I think it looks really nice.
these also could be like prototype photos because
Yeah.
I don't know if that's actually what the figure looks like. Um, and I have a ton of 12 scale Gambit figures that I've also purchased. I got a lot of those from Big Bad Toy Store. They had a lot of them are sold out now, but I got the Mezco, the Amazing Yamaguchi, um, but
So you're
yeah,
telling us that you've bought from them before. What kind of experience have you had with Big Bad Toy Store thus far?
not too bad. My one gripe with them is when you pre-order something, they don't really give you the option to just pay it off right now. Like they just whenever it releases, they just randomly charge you for it. So you got to be prepared. I wish they gave you a little bit more heads up notice or let you make payments on it or give you the option to just pay it off. Because like some of these things that I pre-ordered, like I had the money at the time, and then when they release, like I don't have as much money, so then I gotta redo my whole budget, you know. Because I actually did originally pre-order that Thor from them, but I ended up canceling it because I saw it at All Time Toys for basically the same price.
Okay. So a couple little things I wanted to point out. Big Bad Toy Store, from my experience, they're as legit as it comes. You get what you pay for. They have a great selection. They have different types of franchises. They have different levels of figures that you might want to collect, right? They start at your I guess something that might be below like a Marvel Legend, maybe more of a like a kitty style type toy, right? And then you got your Legends, you got your Hot Toys, you got your Mayfex, you got your SH Figure Arts, all that stuff, all crammed into one big store.
They do have a very large selection, but if there's something you want, you gotta kind of jump on it quickly because they will sell out of it and then it won't be available anymore.
The other thing that I really like about them is, if they do have stuff in stock for a little while, they do have these different options. You see, they have standard and substandard. So, if some of the box might be messed up and you're not worried about putting or leaving something in a box, you can actually pick the substandard category, and you save a little bit of money on whatever it is you're buying. So that's kind of
especially if you're going to take it out of the box anyway, then you might as well save a few dollars. I do have one other pre-order from them that also just shipped today, actually, and it's the Gambit bust from the animated series. But I've been happy with pretty much everything I've purchased from them. One of my favorite things that I've bought from them is actually this Carnage bust.
Hold on one second there, Joe. There we go. Now we can see it.
Yeah, this has like amazing detail, I think, and it wasn't super expensive. I mean, busts are high end anyway, but I think I might have paid maybe like 150 for this. I don't remember. I ordered it like a year ago, but I just thought it looked really good, and that was one thing that I purchased from Big Bad Toy Store, along with a lot of the other figures I mentioned. And yeah, they do have a large selection, all different uh, genres. They don't just have just comic book stuff; they have horror stuff, all kinds of different movie stuff. You got like Back to the Future, like just just about anything you could think of. They probably have something you might be interested in.
Yeah, I'm not a big bust guy, but um, I actually do really like that Carnage bust. I think I might eventually pick that up if I can find it for a decent price.
Yeah, I don't know if it's still available because I ordered it a while ago, but they had a lot of other characters some of them look better than others, obviously. There were a few that I considered getting, but that one was like a must buy for me. I just thought that was the best looking one, and I'm just a huge Carnage fan anyway. He's my favorite Spider-Man character.
All right, let's get back to these other stores. Toys Wonderland. So I have now bought 2 figures from this company. The first one, and I had mentioned that we would get into it a little bit later, and it's not necessarily on them. I think it was a mix up in our mail system, but I did receive information that I had a figure, and it kind of bounced around for a while, and then it got stuck at a mail distribution center, and I didn't know what to do, so I kind of just let it go for a while. I tried calling the post office, and they would just tell me it's in transit, which is what it told me when I looked it up online. So I let it go a little too long, and got outside of the return kind of window that you're given, or the protection window, I guess. Now I will say the Toys Wonderland did they did me a favor, and they refunded me a good portion of the price of the figure. Obviously they didn't give me back any of the shipping cost. So I did then use that to order this Captain Marvel, which I need for my Endgame display. And that is actually on the way. Should be here, I believe, tomorrow.
If you could all just take a moment and cross your fingers that it's going to arrive.
Right. I'll cross a couple more things. Now, the other figure I did order for them, Expedient. I ordered it after the first figure had already shipped, I believe, and it actually got to me within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, something like that. And that was, something they had in stock. They do have a rewards program. When you buy things, it's a little confusing as to how it works. Let's see if maybe I can pull this up here. So they have all these explanations. So it says 200 points is 13 cents, basically, in US dollars. But there's different ways that you can redeem them. So you can either use points, and I think you can use as many points as you want at a time, up to maybe 10% off of an object or figure or something. And then they also have where you can create like a coupon, basically. And I think the coupon can only be for so much. So it's a little strange how it works, but at least they do have some sort of, rewards program.
It's always nice. Anytime you can get a little bit back for being a loyal customer to somebody, and you can save a few dollars, it makes you want to buy from them more often.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna do one more here, and then I'll turn it back over to you. So this one I'm not gonna be quite as nice. So I tried out this place called INLC Toys. Now I think they were kind of new when I bought from them, or at least ordered from them, I should say. Now I ordered the black suit, the upgraded suit Spider-Man from what was the second?
Far From Home.
Far From Home, yeah. I pre-ordered. I had asked a couple times about what the status was, because I would check back periodically. Their website said that they had a few in stock, and so naturally I was wondering, why did my one that I pre-ordered not get sent out if they currently had ones that you could purchase in stock. So took them a few days to get back to me. They finally did. Said that they didn't have it in or something, or it would be shipping soon. I kind of gave them a little bit of an ultimatum, and it turned into a little bit of a hassle where I got notification that it had shipped, but I had already emailed them the day before, or I guess for us the day before, that I would like to go ahead and have a refund. Now, they did refund me the majority of the purchase, again, without shipping. But it just kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So me personally, I don't think I'm going to be ordering from these guys again.
And this here is the President Loki 6-scale figure. I had been getting a lot of emails from this Comic Sanctorum. They have a lot of interesting things, and their prices seem to be pretty good. That 2,180, that's Hong Kong dollars. So this was actually I want to say it was like $100 and something. It was about what you would pay for like a Figuarts figure, pretty much. Just has tremendous quality to it. I was a little iffy on whether to order from them because I wasn't familiar with them. Neither one of us had ever ordered from them before, so like I'm going to take a chance. It's not a super expensive figure. It did ship a few weeks ago, and I finally did receive it. I have it in hand, so I don't have any complaints. Everything went well. They do give you, when they ship it out, obviously they notify you and you can track your shipment. It does take a little while because it's overseas. So, I mean, unless you're in Asia, then you probably get a lot faster. But anyone in the US or Canada or over here in the Western side of the world, it's going to take a little bit longer to receive it. Now, I think the picture you have there might be a deluxe version because I don't think mine has the Loki gator in it.
Oh man, I was going to ask you if you had the gator. All right, so
I didn't actually take everything out of the box yet, so I don't know if it's in here. This is basically just the sleeve of the box. Here we have President Loki, but what else did you expect? Let's get him out of the box and let him breathe. I just thought for the price, this was a really nice figure, and I hadn't had a Loki. I have one on pre-order, but still hasn't released yet. You can see he has his outfit from the Loki series, the little president button.
I just decided I'm going to do the rest of this little conversation with my Loki helmet on.
Does have some nice accessories in here. There's his crown.
Not quite my movie quality, but not bad.
It's okay to mind that movie quality. Let's see how we can fit this on here. Okay, yeah, it fits pretty snug right there on his head.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
But it's a pretty good likeness of Tom Hiddleston, I think. Especially since it's not like one of the like major companies like we were talking about before.
Yeah, I think I would take a chance on that as opposed to the
you
hot
didn't have
toy.
this for your Halloween costume.
I do. As we're talking about Loki, Loki is joining us here.
We got some extra hand sculpts here. Kind of hard to show it in my hand here. I don't know if you can see that.
It's pretty fuzzy.
Yeah.
So no gator?
And the hands or the cat? If it isn't here, it's got to be under the bottom of the box, but I didn't see one. They might have had a deluxe version, and I just ordered the regular one.
Right.
It does come with some daggers, which I think that's what those other hand sculpts are for, so you can hold the daggers.
Now those I did not have for my costume, unfortunately.
I don't believe there's a gator in here, which I thought that the gator came with the Loki classic one, but that picture you showed had it on there. There might have been a like a deluxe version that was slightly more expensive that might have had it. I don't remember. I haven't really looked. I don't know if this figure is still in stock, but feel free to check Comic Sanctorum and see if they still have it. But they have a ton of other nice figures in there. There was a few that I wanted to order, but I wanted to see how things went with this figure first. And because of that, I missed out on the Gambit that I was mentioning earlier. Hopefully they get that back in stock. But they had some really cool Spider-Mans on there. And then they have some of the Spider-Man villains. They had a Green Goblin, and they also had a regular Norman Osborn, like where he's not in costume. He had a Doc Ock there. He just released a pretty cool Eddie Brock one where he's like kind of being taken over by the symbiote.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
Pretty neat looking. So I'm definitely interested in ordering from them again. I'm glad everything went well the first time. Hopefully it's like that every time we order from them.
Did you mention about how much time it took to get it?
I want to say it was about 3 or 4 weeks at least. Like I said, it takes a while when you order overseas, but it's always satisfying when you finally receive it.
Right around the Chinese New Year as well. So came in right before, I think. Do you know if they have any kind of like reward program or anything?
I think they do, but I have to look into that. I can try to look it up on my phone.
Let's pop back over here and see if they say anything here. Yeah, they have
Maybe it might be on-
reward program. They have installment plans. Let's see what their reward program says.
I'll have to check to see points for my purchase.
This looks eerily similar, does it not?
Yeah, I think they may be affiliated with Toys Wonderland.
Could be.
Maybe that's how I got the emails to begin with, because I had browsed on Toys Wonderland. I haven't purchased anything from them yet, and maybe since I was looking at their stuff, they might have found me that way. I don't know, but they do seem to have a similar selection, and their websites look kind of similar.
I guess I'll go ahead and do Pop Collectibles since you have not ordered from them, right?
Yes, I have not even really looked into this website. I know you mentioned it before, and I just keep forgetting to browse their site.
So again, Jetta Patrol, one of the other big YouTube personalities. He has a relationship with these guys, so that's kind of where I got started. I've ordered a few figures from them. They have discounts with different codes. They've sent me everything that I've ordered in a very decent amount of time. Again, they're overseas, but they do, at least on their website, as you can see, put the prices in US dollars. I think you actually have to choose that as an option. Yeah, they have up here. So anyhow, Pop Collectibles is definitely legit. I suggest ordering from them. They do have quite often some figures cheaper than you would see them on, say, stateside. Obviously, you've got to pay that extra amount for shipping. So you want to take that into account when you're purchasing. So for instance, let's look and see if we can find something that's, I think maybe Rescue. I think that's going to be a lot cheaper than you'd find it on a site here in the US.
Yeah, I think maybe that one didn't sell as well as they had hoped, and it seems like it's been discounted for a while.
And every once in a while, they'll throw up discounts for certain figures. I think Cap came up on discount around Christmas time. I think the same thing for one of the Spider-Man figures. And as you can see, this one's at minus 5% right now. I think once everybody realized what the black suit was about, they kind of didn't want it as much anymore. So anyhow, Pop Collectibles, definitely recommend those guys. Another store that I've recently just purchased from, this is online. They're called Collector Zone. Now this is in the US, and these guys do have partnership, I believe, with Sideshow. Now they have more than just, Hot Toys. They have Funko, Lego, a couple other things. They do have payment plans. They have a reward section. And the best thing about the rewards that I know a lot of you will like if you buy from Sideshow is their rewards do not expire, as far as I understand. So I know Sideshow just started doing that recently. So great guys that work here, not really great staff. I think they're in Michigan. So, once I start expanding out and get tired of going to all the shops here close by, one day I'll make a trip out there and check it out.
So did they have a physical store?
Yes, they're actually in the midst of rebuilding, I believe.
Okay.
Let's see if they have this on there about us. So I think this is their original storefront, but they're currently rebuilding. So yeah, I would definitely like to go check out their shop when I get a chance. Yeah, Michigan.
I didn't even know they had a shop. I thought they were just a website.
No.
Okay, well, Sideshow is, one of the bigger, more well-known companies when it comes to Hot Toys, statues, things like that. So yeah, if you're looking for anything like that, that's one of the first places you'll probably find what you're looking for. I did get my Captain America from there from Endgame, and also the Iron Man from Endgame I ordered from there. I have a lot of stuff that's on pre-order right now, but most of it isn't coming out until later this year or next year. But yeah, they also have payment plans on there, so that's always nice. That's when I purchased the Captain America. I think I paid it off in like 4 payments, so that's always good. Like, a lot of times you might see something you want to purchase, but like, I don't really have $300 to buy that right now. But let's say you have $80, you could pay $80 this month, $80 next month. As you were scrolling through, I noticed they had Rocket there. I had also bought Rocket from them because they also have rewards programs where you can earn points, and I had some points, and that one was actually, I think it might have even been on discount that week for whatever reason. So I got a pretty good deal on it. Still looking to pick up that Star-Lord. I don't have him yet, but they have most of the Hot Toys that you would be looking for, and they have their own exclusive 6-scale figures that aren't Hot Toys, but they're like Hot Toys quality. Most of them are. And they also have a ton of statues. If you're more of a statue collector than a figure collector, there's some amazing looking statues on there, but you really gotta put up big money for those. Do you have anything you want to add about Sideshow? I know you purchased from them in the past, maybe not as much recently because you've been buying from a lot of other places.
Yeah, let's see. So they do have rewards, right? They have points program that you can earn. We all know, hopefully, that if you've bought from them or planning to, that those points do only last 1 year now. Now, of course, it's not just, at whatever point you have at the beginning of January automatically disappear in December. It's from when you earn those points.
So 1 calendar year from the time you acquired the points, basically.
Right. And the points aren't given to you right away when you make a purchase either. So if you buy something that's in stock, I think it's still 40 days before you get those points. So, if you buy something and you're thinking, oh man, I get to use these points right away and buy another figure, you got to wait over a month before you can use them. So that always kind of bothered me. Now, I will say that they do have a very good support staff, from what I can tell thus far. I did have a pre-order that I wanted to make a change to, and I believe their policy is that once you make a pre-order, right, that's non-refundable, and you can't change it to something else. But in this particular circumstance, it was a figure that, they made an original hot toy, and then, maybe a couple weeks later, announced that they're going to have a battle damaged version. And so I was more interested in getting the battle damaged one, and I was able to actually get that switched over. I don't know if that's a special, they were kind of thinking this guy buys a lot of stuff. Let's be nice, or if that's common. I don't know. Sorry, you cut out there. What were you saying?
I said, or that's just the policy that they give to everybody.
Right. Not sure if there's anything else off the top of my head that I'll mention.
Well, what I will say about them is they are, if not the number one, like one of the number one most mainstream places where you can purchase these types of collectibles. So if you're a little nervous to order from some of these lesser known companies, they're probably going to be your go-to. And pretty much any new release that comes out, they will have it ready for pre-order, pretty readily available once it's announced.
So yeah, they are the I think the first and the biggest licensed group for hot toys in the United States. So they kind of share some inventory with other places, I think. But they may be the only show in town, if you will, here in the States that officially has working relationship with hot toys. I will say that by the time when you're buying these figures, make sure you keep in mind the tax and shipping. Shipping for these is kind of crazy to me. Obviously you want your collectible to get to you in one piece. But
it's a more expensive item. This isn't like a $20 action figure. This is a high-end collectible.
But I think maybe a $350 figure, something around there, your shipping is going to be $40, something like that, maybe. So anyhow, just keep that in mind. When you're,
it probably depends on the size and weight of the figure as well. So like a smaller figure like Rocket is probably going to be cheaper than if you get like a die cast Iron Man, it's going to have a lot more weight to it. Or even like say like a Iron Patriot, who's a big bulky figure, or even like say like the Hulk or something like that is going to be a huge box. So those things could factor into the shipping also.
All right. Any other companies, comments that you can think of?
We covered quite a bit.
I know there's a ton more out there. These are the ones that we've personally purchased from.
Right. And once you start searching for them, you might end up finding some other ones that we haven't seen yet or haven't personally purchased from. And it's really your discretion whether you want to take a chance ordering from someone you're not familiar with. Hopefully this video was helpful if you were a little reluctant on whether or not to order from any of these places, you get a better idea which ones are more legit, who has a better staff.
If you guys have any ideas of other topics you want us to talk about, put it in the chat. If you have any experiences with these places that we just discussed, or any other places that you've ordered figures from, also please put that in the chat. Let's have a conversation there about what's legit, where we should be buying from. Right, it's all about making things better for us, not necessarily these places that are selling the figures. Anything you want to add there, Joe? Sorry, I'll settle for Kate Bishop.
Yeah, I agree with you. We're a community. We all should help each other out. If nobody else is going to look out for us but ourselves. So yeah, everything you just said about any comments you have, things you might want us to talk about, in the next episode. Let us know. Maybe somewhere we had a positive experience from, you might have had a negative experience, or vice versa. All those things are helpful to anyone who is deciding whether or not they want to order this, because this isn't like, some minor little purchase. These are major purchases for most of us who don't have just like thousands of dollars just sitting around.
Yeah, I love all the memes all the time of like one of my favorite ones. It was I'll see if I can find it. It was when you tell a girl you bring home 5 figures a month or something like that.
Yeah. That was a good one.
That was pretty good. All right, so let's wrap this up with what are you excited for? You want me to start?
I can go first if you want.
All right, go ahead.
I mean, obviously, any of the Marvel content coming out this year, Moonlight looks very interesting. Doctor Strange is probably the most anticipated movie yet, left after No Way Home's already been out. And anyone who hasn't seen No Way Home, I don't know what you're doing. Go see it right now. Pause the video and go watch it.
We probably should have said that at the beginning.
Right. So there's interested to see what the WWE 2K22 is going to be like after the disaster with 2K20. 2K21 never even existed. Looks like they're going to be bringing back some new game modes, changing up the engine a little bit. Looking forward to seeing what the Evil Dead game is going to be like. I've seen some footage of that. It looks like it's going to be pretty cool.
To be clear, the disaster of 2020 you're talking about, it's not COVID, right? You're talking about the video game, correct?
No, I'm not good. The 2K.
Loki's joining us.
Some people's opinion now, I don't think some people might not know which one's even worse. Like, people hated the game so much.
Yeah.
I didn't really have as many bad experiences with other people had, but I didn't play it a ton either. So I'm also excited because my birthday is coming up at the end of February, so that should be fun. And there's plenty of other things. Can't wait to get the stuff that I just got shipped to me, my Gambit figure and my bust. Maybe when they come, we do another episode, I can show you what they look like, talk about the pros and cons of what we liked about it, what we don't. So what kind of things are you looking forward to?
So one thing is about to start back for work here in a few days, so that's going to be exciting. The break I had was great. I started up the channel, bought a bunch of stuff, been working on dioramas, bought a 3D printer, so I've been getting my hands into a lot of different things. But I'm really excited to to try out this whole YouTube channel thing. I've seen a lot of other gentlemen and ladies make their own channel, go to stores, buy things, do reviews of figures, all sorts of stuff, and they always look like they're having a blast. And I enjoy their videos, so I'm hoping to kind of bring a little bit of the same, and of course do something a little different. Your birthday, and probably just doing another one of these episodes. I had a lot of fun. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I mean, we pretty much do this anyway, to sit here and talk and banter about this stuff. So why not record it and let other people see it? And hopefully you guys are interested in it.
All right. Well, I'll call that a successful first conversation on the channel. So for everybody out there, I'm Doc Collectibles, or I guess the channel is I'm Doc. Joined by Joe here today.
Wait, so your last name isn't Collectibles?
No, haven't officially changed it yet.